What felt like a useless piece of advice until you actually tried it. This too shall pass. On those days when I just feel like I can't take it, I think of that, and I know tomorrow will be different. Someone once told me, tomorrow may not be better, but at least it'll be different. In a strange way, that too is comforting. Once begun is half done. I am a terrible procrastinator by nature. I have totally done the well now at 5:02, so I have to wait until 6 o'clock to start cleaning, and I like making things seem like so much work that I can't possibly do them unless I take time off at work. In reality, if you just start a project without thinking about it, you can get everything done in like 15 minutes a day, and it's never really that bad. My grandfather told me this and I never understood it until I had my own place. Always buy the cheap tools at first, and if you wear it out, break it, then you use it enough to justify getting a nicer, more expensive one. Keeping my shoulders back. It was a suggestion I saw for preventing panic, anxiety. I'd what it is, but when your shoulders are in that position, it gives some strange feeling of control. I also read somewhere that during panic attacks the body basically wants to curl into fetal position for protection, so I feel like focusing on keeping your arms down and shoulders back is a conscious way to go against that and stay grounded in reality. Works for me, could work for you too. My dad always told me ask anyway. The worst they can say is no when buying something or when I needed something from another person. Seems stupid to ask if I was sure they would say no, but I was also a socially anxious kid. Turns out that advice has helped me with school, with raises, with people in general, with plans with new friends. That forest app. It grows a tree for up to 2 hours, and during that time, you can't access any apps you think will distract you. If you want to open a distracting app, you'd have to kill your tree. All your trees, dead or alive, appear in a little forest. I have always had trouble motivating myself to focus on homework and not look at Reddit, YouTube, but this app is just enough guilt to not open them. I haven't killed anything yet, and I'm surprised at how much I can care about a small virtual tree. People told me about it and I just completely assumed that I'd never use it or it wouldn't work for me, considering how distractible I am, but it works wonders. There's what you need, there's what you want, and there's what you can't afford. My dad says this all the time, and I never thought of it as useless. I just never used it. Now I have, and my money is far easier to manage. If you can tell that someone is going to hit you, tilt your head down. Teeth don't grow back. Your jaw is lights out. If they punch the top of your skull, they will probably break their hand. Always be drunk. Putting cold water on freshly shaved skin will make it so you don't get ingrown hairs. Some of the best advice I've ever received. Your gums bleed when you floss because you don't floss enough. Turns out if you floss enough, your gums won't be inflamed so they don't bleed when you floss. My therapist told me the next time I'm going to have a panic attack to just give in and tell myself it was okay to have one. I told him he was crazy. After a couple tries it started working to my amazement. I haven't had a panic attack in 3 years. Directly expressing my needs instead of hinting. Don't suffer future pain. In other words, worrying about all the stuff that could happen stops you from doing things, and worse, turns potential pain into actual worry and mental pain. For gamers, play games that have a beneficial element in-game, then whenever you need to do some of the stuff, spend the time it takes cleaning your house. Started playing Black Desert Online on Xbox. My house has never been cleaner and I'm doing it so regularly that it's becoming a habit, and when I'm all caught up I nap. It's like I tricked myself into taking care of me and my place with games. Easily the best life change I've made this year. I'm productive in game, at home, and I'm well rested. 10/10ths highly recommend. Compliment people behind their backs. Sounds stupid but works wonders. Exercising helping with depression and anxiety. It's not a cure-all and I needed to be on meds to get to the point where I could do it. But it really does help me. I've been off my meds now for over a year, under doctor's supervision. Don't stop taking your meds unless you run it by your doctor. And when I can't exercise for a few days, I can feel the depression and anxiety coming back. Now instead of going through a million things I did wrong in my head, I run for 3 miles or lift some heavy SH. If you have a clogged nose, doing 8-10 push-ups will temporarily clear it up. Cleaning your house before leaving for more than 5 days. Nothing is better than coming to a clean house. Spend an extra $5, $10 on wiper blades. Fans on my old MacBook died. Saw a YouTube video that said to simply take your fist and bang on the part of the computer that housed the fans. Thinking it was a troll, I gave it a shot out of pure frustration, and lo and behold, they purred back to life and I never had another issue with them for the rest of the time that I owned that computer. Unclench your jaw, open your hands, drop your shoulders, and breathe in. As someone with a phobia of needles my entire life, I finally, 30 years in, had a nurse tell me to ask for a spare alcohol pad and sniff it right as I'm about to get jabbed. She said the harsh smell is enough of a distraction to keep your mind off the needle. I was there for a flu shot, so I got to try it out right away. I wasn't expecting much, but it worked. I've been doing it ever since, and have no trouble with shots or blood draws now, which is huge for someone they've triggered panic attacks and near fainting in before. Edit, thank you for the silver. Hoping this helps everyone as much as it helped me. Explain it to the nurse who's doing your shot, blood draw, too. I always do, in hopes that they'll remember and use it next time they have someone who struggles with needles, and pass the knowledge along. Bribe yourself with fun things to do the not so fun things. Today I was tired after work but got a little care package in their mail. So I made myself go on the 2.5-mile run I didn't want to do before I could open the package. Now I'm refreshed and happy that I did the thing I was pseudo-dreading, and I have a fun care package to open. Not taking your cell phone into bed with you. After a while you will sleep much easier without the distraction and blue light shining straight into your eyes before bed. Stick to the same sleep schedule on your days off that you follow on days when you have to be somewhere at a specific time, like school or work days. I spent my whole life sleeping until noon on weekends, thinking I was storing sleep in some imaginary sleep bank. I recently started waking up early on weekends, and now I don't have trouble waking up when my alarm goes off during the week. Plus I have all this extra time to do stuff because I'm not sleeping all day. You're not hungry, you're thirsty. I would eat a big meal and wonder why I still felt hungry. It is because I wasn't drinking a glass of water with my meal. Now if I notice I am hungry after eating normal portions, I have a glass of water and wait 5 minutes before I continue eating. It's better to lose a second of your life than to lose your life in a second. People on the road need to just slow down a little. It'll save your life. I suffered severe insomnia for years. Someone told me I should get up an hour earlier, go for a 30-minute run in the morning, then do yoga for 15 minutes before showering and getting ready for work. Seemed ridiculous, but I decided to try it for a month. Haven't suffered insomnia since. Have way more energy, sleep better, feel better. It's amazing. Clean as you cook, dishes right away, and 10 minutes every day walking through the house picking things up, organizing. So much better than hours of cleaning on one day. Like and subscribe for more content. And remember to check out Reddit.